Hello everyone and welcome back to Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. And you know what? I'm feeling pretty confident today. For once. I think we got this one all figured out. Motive, crime. We're done.
This is it, the big day. Did you get any sleep?
Yeah, went to bed at 1 a.m. or so. Dang, I do that. Huh.
What time did you wake up?
3 a.m. Lately, same.
That's only 2 hours, Apollo. But at least you have me.
And our third party.
And the amazing Mr. Hat.
Here's looking at you, kid. Good luck today, Apollo. Who's this? That voice. Oh, thank God. I was glad you. Hey, get any sleep? Mr. Wright, but your leg! Oh, no! I was going out of my mind with boredom. So I signed up myself out earlier today. Somehow that place makes fake piano playing and the Indochine pasta joint seem almost fun. What the? Huh?
Daddy, do you know who Prosecutor Gavin's witness is today?
Take a guess.
Little Plum?
That Sherman tank of a mom? No, guess again. Sherman? Tank?
That's too bad. You know, speaking of moms, you need to find a new mommy once
one of these days? New mommy! She's not adopted? You scored? How? No offense, but it's barely morning and you're already at it, Trucy. No, really, how? Like 33, 50? I don't get that, bro.
Okay, see, this is why I don't buy their father-daughter relationship. So, Mr. Wright, do you know who the prosecution's witness is?
Alita Tiala, your client's fiance.
She's going to be a witness.
Apollo, gee, you should have slept more than 3 hours.
That seems odd. Why would she testify against her own fiance?
You have to wonder what Gavin's up to.
Something going down today, that much is clear. Well, not to worry. I've got my undies back. If we can't find a killer, I'll pull one out of there.
I don't doubt it. God, you did summon a kidnapper. Goodness. Court's in a session, walkie key out, you get it.
Defense is ready.
Prosecution's warmed up, and it's a sold-out house. God, you're such a dork. All right, recap. While yesterday's witness seemed more guilty than any other party.
Guilty of underwear stealing.
We did find out one thing for certain. There were 3 people in the park at the time of the murder. The witness, the victim, and the defendant. But that's only given by the witness's point of view. We saw footprint. I'm not forgetting about that. Correct, Herr Judge. And today, I'd like to do something a little new age. I'd like to look at this horrible crime from the outside.
Huh?
The acquisition of the murder weapon. The preparation for the act. Our poor defendant told us all, you see. To his betrothed. Oh no. Now you got bees now? Betroths? Oh no! His fiance, her judge. His partner for life, with no chance for parole. Okay. Well, get the lucky lady out of here. All right. She, just so plain. Is she really the mastermind? I don't know. If not her, who? Your name and occupation, Fräulein?
Alita Tiala. My occupation is future wife.
Okay. Traditional values. I respect it. I'm an old-timer. All right. Too many brides these days can't even weave baskets, blindfolded underwater. What's our country coming to? Okay, stop. Yeah, you're here today as a witness for the prosecution.
To be honest, I didn't want to testify at first, but I couldn't hide the truth.
Honesty. Another admirable trait. Yet again, I'm easily smitten.
Fräulein, is it true that on the day of the crime, the defendant, Waki Kitaki, confessed his plans? His plans for murder, that is.
Yes.
The witness will please give her testimony. Let's hear it.
Okay, I can do this.
I think. I mean, depending on what she says.
It was the day that the family health checkup results came back. When Waki found out that Dr. Maracus has lied, he flew into a rage. I'll teach him, he said. He took one of the family's pistols. And you already know what happened that night. I just don't see how anyone but Waki could have done it.
Well. Ain't that a layup? So the pistol did belong to the Kitaki then?
Yes. With regards to this, an investigation is underway at the Kitaki mansion on charges of possession of illegal firearms.
And the bullet that took the victim's life, was that
Fired from the pistol the defendant procured? Yes, this has been proven.
How can you prove something like that, though?
Bullet markings? Oh, yeah. They're, mark the barrel when shot. They're also called rifling marks.
Rifling marks?
Think of them as being a gun's fingerprint left on every bullet.
Fingerprint, you don't say.
I don't know what came over me. I don't know why I sound like a Muppet. I don't know what's happening to me. I might be going crazy. Nah, I'm fine. Lack of sleep ain't a big deal. And when did you first hear about Waki's plan, miss?
It was the day of the murder. I should have stopped him. I just didn't think he'd actually do it.
Well, the defense, just do it. Okay. I was gonna make another sexist thing for the judge. Let's just hang that up, all right? Oh, old timer, we get it. Okay.
It was the day of the family health checkup. When Waki found out Maracus lied, he fell in a fit of rage.
She looks this way. All right, we're paying more attention now. She's always got her hand on her chest. Nothing out of that is weird. I'll teach him, he said. He took one of the family's pistols. He found out that he lied. Just for the record, what did he lie about? This must have been quite frightening for you.
He was furious. He ripped his report up into shreds.
No, it's not this report. It's an old report. Because when was this? Does it have a date? No. Okay, that's going to be irrelevant then. Incidentally, I had to request another copy as evidence. A bothersome chore, but one I performed without complaint. Up till now.
Waki's at an age where he's hard to control when he loses his temper. Of course, that little bit of instability is just so cute.
Now he sounds like a psychopath. Well, that really led to nothing? Shocked. And you already know what happened that night. Just don't know how anyone but Waki could have done it. Well, I have some theories. How can you say that for certain? How? What? Christoph? Herr Forehead, you will refrain from badgering the Fräulein. What? It was the defendant. Waki, was it, who took the pistol from his home? We know this for a fact now.
Suppose we do.
So how could anyone else have used this pistol to shoot the victim? Just because he took it doesn't mean he fired it. That is a jump in logic, Clavier. They could not. Simple logic, yeah?
That does seem to be the case. Does the defense have anything to say regarding this point?
Could someone else have used that pistol? There was another. We need some evidence to say otherwise, though. We looked at we clearly need to powder the gun to find something. But no, fingerprints were wiped. But is that not wait, the bullet markings. Can we learn about that? Not yet, anyway. I'm going to go on my gut and say yes, there is a chance. Just because he took the gun doesn't mean he's the killer. Based on your testimony, there is clearly another. One other person had access to that pistol. What's this?
Interesting. Let's ask the defendant then. Miss, tell the court who this other person with access to was. I'm just gonna come out and say it. It was her. She was at the mansion. She was with him. It's shaky, but think about it.
Of course. I mean you, Ms Tiala. Me? But why? You were quite clear when you told the court. You heard about the pistol from the defendant on the day of the murder. In other words, you knew that what he was planning. You can't. You know that's true. Let me get this straight. You intend to tell us that this lady stole the pistol from her fiancé and killed a man in cold blood on his behalf? Really?
Oh man, she's wearing the shoes today. Oh, what was that giggle?
I've heard of people doing strange things for love, but this?
It does seem a little bit odd. I mean, I love my wife. I'm not gonna kill for my wife. Well, probably shouldn't tell her that. Unfathomable, but it is true. I'm all for romance and for supporting your partner in life, to be sure. I think I'd be hesitant to murder. Okay, just kind of repeating myself because commentator can't get it together. That him and Shu Takumi, they're they got similar humors. You can't. Okay,
I'd hope you'd be more hesitant. But what if a different connection could be proven? A connection between the witness and the victim. We might find that she had a personal motive beyond wanting to help her fiancé. That put things in a slightly different light. What possible connection are you suggesting, huh? You know what I'm starting to think of? I'm starting to think that the police never looked inside the safe. I have evidence showing connection between the witness, Tiala, and the victim. She used to work there.
Well, that looks like... Hold on, let me get my bifocals. Let's see. Yeah, that's a medical chart.
Found inside a safe at Maractus Clinic. I'd like to draw the court's attention to the name written on the chart.
Okay, we got a Tiala. Wait a minute, that's not a common name. In Japan, California, what's your name doing on this chart, ma'am? That's a face, all right. Of guilt.
Well, care to explain the meaning of this, Tiala?
Whoa!
I'm not sure what you mean by meaning, Mr. Justice.
Oh, God. Her warm little fiancé just froze over.
I was on staff at that clinic until half a year ago. It was boring. So I quit. That's all. Is there a problem with that?
Ms Tiala. I can't really talk. My voice changed over the course of time. We get a little older. We get a little, It happens. But your voice just staying like that. Your expression, too. You testified you had no connection to the victim. Okay? Now, is that still true?
And I don't. Now? I quit half a year ago, didn't I? So there's no connection. Let me guess. You're the kind of guy who can't rest until he knows every little detail of his girlfriend's past. Am I right?
That's not true at all. Why, I don't care at all. I embrace the ones I love, past flaws.
No, come on, Judge. There's no connection now. Doesn't fly in court. That's a matter of opinion. Doesn't fly. She's one tough nut. And I'm nuts. For nuts. Let's move on. She probably feels right at home with the Katakis. You left your job at the Maractus Clinic, true? But you remain connected somehow.
Okay, Justice, you're so sure of yourself. And prove it, man. She's still connected to the Maractus Clinic.
Give me a second. Well, we did find
shoes that we, in good reason,
present from Waki, found in Maractus Clinic. Those were found at the, they were there. Dang, that means she ran out there barefoot, bro. She broke into that safe. That's why our shoes were there that day.
These sandals are found in the Maractus Clinic lobby. And they are yours, aren't they? Well, who knows? I'm sure there are lots of people with those sandals. They're really popular. Well, they're not too popular. They're kind of expensive.
So sorry, Fräulein. Your act isn't working. Oh, okay, Clappy, you're backing us up. Maybe he's a bro after all. Your moment of hesitation just now cost you.
But what's with you? I thought you were on my side.
Perhaps you're unaware that toes leave toe prints.
Clappy, where's this going? How do you know that? Oh, did Emma squeal? Son of a gun.
A simple analysis of these sandals will reveal all.
Well, now we see your true colors. I was wrong to cooperate with you from the beginning. I just wanted you to help get Walkie back on the straight and narrow.
This court thinks you need to worry less about Walkie and more about yourself. So you can straight and narrow. You're out of line, miss. It sounds as though we need you to hear a bit more about the story. Your story. Why your sandals there, God.
Your sandals are found in the entrance to the clinic, which means you went there on the day of the murder. Well, there's little point denying it.
Okay. Witness will tell us about the visit, and while you do that, I need to see these shoes. I might get my wife some. Why'd you go to the clinic that day? All right, let's hear it. Oh, these are too expensive. No chance. No chance. No chance. $300? No chance.
I did go to the clinic that day. My first time in half a year since I quit in January. I went to warn him. After all, I knew Walkie had the gun. The doctor always was a timid man. Too timid to admit his own mistake. Why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any dark secrets. I wanted to tell him to be careful as an old friend, and he was my boss. Why? That's the least I can do.
By mistake, you mean... the mistake we heard about from the defendant. The botched, operation, was it?
He was a timid, small, diminutive, puny freak of a man, but I wished him no harm. I just thought I should let him know.
That does make sense.
Yes, but there's still one thing, which does not make sense.
Oh yeah, what's that?
The sandals left in the lobby, of course. We can assume she wore these sandals to the clinic, yeah? Then why did she not wear them home? If it were me, I would have wore them home.
Why do you say like that? Why'd I say it like that? I would have wore those sandals home too. I mean, they're just so cute. Price tag.
So why were the sandals left behind? He pointed out the contradiction. That's my thing. No! He's trying to steal my job too! What the? There's probably a good explanation for this. Right, Ms Tiala? Say, for instance, there happened to be a similar pair of sandals there which you wore home by mistake, right?
Oh.
Actually, that's right. I'm impressed, Mr. Gavin. No!
Oh, it's nothing. There's, after all, no possible explanation, right? Y'all forehead? No fair. He's filling the holes in her testimony for her. Dude!
All right, just do it. Friggin' get more apathetic as this thing goes on. I mean, it's a long one. Not really. It could be worse. All right.
So, I did go to the clinic that day, my first time in half a year. Wanted to warn him. She talks about how timid he is. I think it goes ... too timid to admit his own mistake. I want to hear more about this. This is my lead to something. You mean the act of malpractice on Walkie, right?
If he had just told Walkie the truth in the beginning, none of this would have happened.
True, that operation did start as a whole affair. Well, no, really going shot. I mean,
Of course, if he told him, he might have been erased by the Kitakis much earlier.
She says that so calmly.
Oh, that's not what we want at all.
We know that the Miraculous Clinic had ties to the Kitaki family. Probably couldn't have gone to the police, even if he wanted to.
That's why I knew I had to warn him. He was screwed. Oh my god.
Well, that's what I've gone. I'm not hiding any dark secrets. Well, that was really the big layup here. Is the fact that... No, she's not on this one. Is the fact that you are attached to this and that you are on this form also not a connection? Because, yeah, if Waki kicks the bucket, you're complicit. Because you also didn't warn him. I think that's why you didn't go. I'm gonna press first, because never be too sure. No dark secrets, huh? No reason you'd want to bust into an office or something? Your prior employment? What? Look at me. However you want, Mr. Justice. You won't find a thing. But do look at me. Aren't I dazzling? She's hiding something. I know it. Must have some evidence that proves it, and it spells it out for us. You're free to think whatever you like. I went to that clinic with only one thought in my mind. Being a good Samaritan. You're not using that term properly, turd. Anyway, you clearly have a reason to look out for your own neck. This chart was found inside a safe in the doctor's office. Okay, I'm sure there's lots of papers in his office. Why would this one chart be in a safe, though, not a filing cabin? Ms Tiala, you know why it was, don't you? Okay, hold on. Something's going on, and I want to know about it. Now, I'm not one to gossip, but this sounds juicy. Maractus didn't have the leisure of making mistakes. That's why he wrote up a false report and kept the truth locked away. Bad doctor. What? Actually, I think it was balding. I guess that is bad hair. All right, this is where you come in, Ms Tiala. I'm sorry, did you say something? Yes, I did. The nurse who filed this chart was you, which means you knew about Waki's failed operation too. Okay. Oh my God, I gotta get some popcorn. Where's the butter? You were in the same position as Dr. Maractus. Kinda makes it hard to claim you had no connection, doesn't it? He's on fire. All right. You're bold for a novice, I'll give you that. I mean, I've done a couple of these. Mr. Justice, you must know I was only a nurse. The doctor's responsible for the charts and contents. Okay? I mean, she's trying to deny, like, responsibility. There's no... Maybe he truly didn't say anything. I mean, we obviously don't believe her, but how are we gonna make this stick? That's the tough part. This chart business seems to be quite important. Please amend your testimony.
Too bad, little attorney.
That was actually creepy looking. Oh, she gives me the creeps now. Bracelet powers go? Oh, no, it's indigestion. My bracelet's reacting again.
Apollo, I think you're going to die.
It's cutting off your circulation. You're spinning. I felt my bracelet tighten just now. What? Did it shrink in the wash? No. Just like yesterday. Like you said, when a witness is unsure of something, their nervous habits give way.
But I can't see anything, Apollo. You're cheating.
Then what's my bracelet reacting to?
Maybe... Yes, that has to be it.
Huh? What are you doing?
Your senses, Apollo, they must be sharper than mine.
Huh?
I can see it, but you can sense... I can't see it, but you can sense it.
I don't know about that, Trucy. I don't have some kind of special power or anything.
Listen to me, Apollo. There's a weak point somewhere in Tiala's testimony. It might be her smirk, I don't know. But we don't know what her nervous habit is yet.
Well, then what do we do?
Well, I don't know, just start staring at her. But respectfully, Apollo, careful with your eyes.
All right, then it's up to me and my bracelet. I don't know why, but... Come on, just tell us where the bracelet effing came from already. Let's give it a shot. I'm getting the feeling they're not going to effing do that. It's gonna make me mad. But yeah, I guess now that we have it, you know... The DS had 4 buttons, yeah. And the Game Boy only had 2, so now they can have the perceive action. And it actually fits. Tight.
Let's perceive, shall we? Probably should have read what the actual thing said.
Why would I go to the clinic now? Well, we gotta search around. Half-year-old chart. Half-year-old chart. Okay, her eyes did not change. Check out the hands. Okay, go fast. Okay. The ring! Gotcha! What are you doing with that ring? Go to the clinic. Is that right? Do we get it? Why go to the clinic for a half-a-year-old chart now, you ask? Because, but you know why you'd go now, don't you, Tiala? I don't know what you're talking about. It was quite clear, Ms Tiala. You have a nervous habit. The moment you said the word now implies some urgency, as if things have changed. You used your right thumb to fiddle with your ring. And as we all know, a ring involves marriage. You know, you get it? You see the connection? But what? You're talking nonsense. She was unsure. I saw it. Now, that's the key word. The chart wasn't a part of your past. It has a clear and present threat. That's ridiculous. Why, if that were the case, I would have had 6 months to do something about it. Right. What? Which means something happened quite recently. Oh. Something to make that chart a problem for you now. Wait, it's not the marriage angle. What happened to the chart? The only reason we even know about it is because somebody tried to break in. What if the break-in part wasn't Tiala? But no, we didn't see her there and her shoes were... No, she swapped out her shoes. Whoever broke in might have been a third party. We can't rule that out yet. I got her on the ropes. I can feel it. Time to strike the killing blow. With evidence, of course. Ms Tiala, there's no use trying to hide it. The chart became a threat for you now because of this. So, buddy. Found in the miraculous clinic. Squished from impact from the back of the safe. How would she know about that, though? But Tiala doesn't have a gun. A gangster could. And we already know 2 shots were fired from this pistol. So we can't rule that out. But what is recent an agent? Hard to say. It frankly could be a lot of things. But I'm going to go with a bullet. Something's weird about that. Because of what? Okay. The eyes of a hawk and the brain of a toad. Ribbit, Ack. Can't lose this now. Come on. Toad brain. One more time. His eyes moving around like a toad is canon. Okay, that's funny. Oh, no, she said eyes of a hawk. All right. Something happened quite recently. Something that happened quite recently became a threat to you now because of this. If we say the sandal, because now she has motivation go from Maractus, right? Man, I don't get it. Do we say the slippers? Used by patients, big toe print in the left slipper. Now would be a good time to bring it up. Oh man, this is driving me crazy. Let's just try it. Dang, really? I was doing so good! I would have had 6 months to do something about it. 6 months. Something happened recently. The mob! I forgot! The mob checked on everybody. Everybody got checkups. Walkie's checkup result. Yeah, that's it. That's what changed recently. You were low on time. A health checkup report belonging to the defendant. The Kitakis are trying to get out of the business. The health checkup this month was their first ever. What did you think when you heard about this? You were in the mansion. Oh, nothing. Why should I think anything? I think you were positively beside yourself because you were afraid you knew what Walkie's chest x-ray would reveal. A full half year had passed since the operation. You thought you were home free when the chart came back to haunt you. Oh my god! What the dump? Oh my god. That is quite the freeze frame. That's all, Your Honor.
Well, did you solve the case already? Ain't no way he did that. Hey, what just happened? Did the witness just admit to lying?
Did she? She just kind of screamed. I sensed it. What the? There was a great aura emanating from her forehead. Very cool.
Yes, boys, mondo cool.
So the lady was lying, it seems. That's correct. She said she had no connection to the Maractus Clinic, but her connection was deep indeed. A bit too deep, actually. If the Kitaki's got a hold of this chart with her name, she'd be finished. Isn't that right, Ms Tiala? Well, you guessed it.
Miss Alita, you really should just keep lying. It's helping me out, but in your best interest. I mean, you just keep denying until the very end. Ugh.
I did it. I broke her testimony.
Amazing, Apollo. I didn't see it at all. Daddy was right about you.
Oh, shucks.
Wait,
Oh, God.
She took my advice. Ms Tiala, more perjury?
it's true. That chart was bad news for me.
That's why I went to meet the doctor that day.
But that's all. I told him about Waki and went home.
Still, that cannot be good for the wall. It appears this cross-examination is far from over. What? She hid the truth from us. That's clear. Yet, it is not clear that this truth has anything to do with the case at hand. Where's your connection, buddy? Darn.
Well, the witness will add this to her testimony, and we'll have a bit more cross-examination set. That's all we've been doing in this goddamn game. Anyone else notice that? No, that's not true. That guy's been bugging out with his eyeballs, staring at who knows what. Her hands? You staring at her hands? You creep? Oh my!
I was so close.
You're still close. Keep on, Apollo. Go, 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 go.
Okay. Nothing happened at all. I wormed him and left. Really now? Really? How did Maractus respond to the warning?
Oh, he was quite surprised. Panicky, even. Who wouldn't be scared to learn a Kitaki was after them?
Incidentally, this court's not afraid of any mobsters. Why would... We had a little life-threatening situation just yesterday, right in this courtroom. I didn't even flinch. I didn't even care. I was apathetic, in fact. I mean, he could kill that girl right there. I didn't care.
What? Yeah, real impressive the way you stood up to the attack of the Mr. Hat, like... After which I carried you back to your chambers. What? Huh? Oh, he freaked out. And you carried the judge? Clavier? What? Sounds like the judge had quite a fright. Oh, no. Nothing happened in Dr. Maractus' office that day, huh? We have a blood sample on the lamp. What is... Ooh... I mean, there is some foul play there. That's our proof of that.
What about the big mess we found? Something definitely happened in that office, Apollo.
I know, but we can't prove when it happened. When, the time element, nor that Alita Tiala was in any way involved.
Let's try putting some evidence up anyway.
There's no way she went to that clinic just to warn him.
Do you know why she went, Apollo?
Time to figure out. Okay. Wait, what? Frick. First time in... God dang it. Hold on. Give me a second. Oh, this is so awkward. Oh, let me squeeze by here. Nothing happened at all. I warned him and left. Well, a bullet was fired on the safe. That's one thing. She could say that the lamp was, him just being a nut. She was freaking out in a fit of rage. And maybe he cut himself on the bulb, right? I mean, that could theoretically happen. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. It's either this or... I mean, there was a bullet found in the safe. How do you explain that? That sounds pretty erratic. More so than a broken lamp. You say nothing happened in the doctor's office? Now, I disagree. Take a look at this. What is that? I can't see it. Hold on, bring it over here. It looks like a squished up ball of clay. Who cares? Kind of like you, actually. I'm slender and oh, she called me short. Okay. This bullet was found in the Maractus clinic. Something did happen in that office, Tiala, and you're not being truthful. Enough of this joking around. The police investigated that clinic. They didn't get everything, but this was stuck inside the doctor's safe. Inside the safe? Guess the police didn't check that far. But there is a problem. How can you say that bullet was fired on that day? Oh, whoa. Weren't you the one who explained rifling marks to us? The pistol was taken from the Kitaki mansion. Oh, if we can figure out that it's that gun. You're right, Apollo. If the marks on this bullet match the murder weapon, then that proves a firearm was discharged in that office on the day of the murder, since all guns have been taken. Not bad, hair forehead.
Bailiff, have this bullet analyzed immediately. I want it, boys. What are you doing there standing? Go, put it in the computer. 30 minutes later, the rifling marks on both bullets are identical. Well, how about that? And who had access to those guns again, Ms Tiala? The Kitakis, and if I recall correctly, that's where you were. Their mansion. Seems as though the bullet in the safe was fired from the murder weapon. He's like, oh, so confident. Oh, crud, that's bad for my accusations. Perhaps the defense like to state their position? The bullet in that safe proves one fact. A pistol was fired in that office on that day. And at the time of the firing, the safe was open. The safe which contained the top secret chart. You think someone was threatening Dr. Maractus in order to open the safe? Oh, yeah. Only one person was in a position to do such a thing. Our witness, Alita Tiala, because she knew it existed. God, it's almost too much. Oh! Now that we have the full scope, and I mean, if she fired the gun once, she was capable of firing it again. But then why not just kill him right there? To frame it on her to-be husband. Justice, where are you going with it? I just explained. Are you accusing the witness? When has that ever happened in this courtroom? Alita Tiala knew about Waki's botched operation. She got engaged to him without telling him about it. As long as that bullet remained in his chest, his days were numbered. What if she married him? Then the bullet finally reached its destination. Oh my God. That reminds me. Apparently the Kitakis have been asserting themselves in a lawful business practice. Oh. They're making quite a great deal of money. A fortune, if you will. Double deep fried. Can you believe that? They fry it and they fry it again. It's crazy. Nefarious. Think of the cholesterol. Oh, too much for me. So she planned to marry him just to get her hands on this fried empire. Who said that? Now, what? Yo, you need to sit down, big guy.
You keep talking trash about my Alita, and I'll sue ya! Lawyer man style!
Wait, me? Huh?
Yeah, you said you'd abuse my Alita.
I think you mean accuse.
Same difference. Well, you can't have her. She's mine. And I'd never abuse her. That's not a Kitaki way.
Gang wars, sure.
But ladies, you gotta treat them a little gently, you know. My mama told me that. It was me. I shot that doc straight in the head. He left me to die, so I let him die. So there in the park.
Waki, shut up.
Just cool to air. You keep your hands off my Alita. All right.
T?
Ms Tiala, you having a giggle fit? I know you heard my stand-up comedy routine. Man, maybe that's what you're giggling about.
I'm sorry. It's been so long since I've laughed this hard. This whole predicament is so amusing to me because I'm crazy. Crazy rich if this all goes right. Is something funny? In this video, no. This commentator's terrible. Hey! Wacky, wake up and smell reality.
Hey, what? Alita, baby, you changed the sprite. I'm not, it's not a bad look. It's a little apathetic and a little scary. It's all the sideways smirk. Let me fix that for you. Nah, that just looks weird. All right, we'll put it back.
The signature on the chart, the engagement. I mean, come on. It's just so obvious. Even for a brainless, spoiled brat such as yourself.
Alita, spineless. You see my spine. I was operating. Guess you didn't see my butt.
Your honesty is like a breath of foul air, Fraulein.
Hey, I wasn't getting out of this clean anyway. So the family fortune is what you're really after. Ridiculous. That's right. I wanted the money.
No way. That's whack. I ain't trying to hear that. No, I thought you liked me for me. Not my boundless fortune that was illegally obtained.
Should have done the wedding earlier. Oh well. By the way, can I ask you a question?
Who? I mean, the camera moved to me, so probably me, but...
I believe you said you were going to abuse me.
Accuse.
What crime, might I ask? Oh, I'm a bad girl. Sure, I got close to that brat because I wanted his money, but... I mean, plenty of people do that, and they're not in jail. But he was the one with the pistol. He could have fired it into the safe after I already left the clinic.
What?
I would never do such a thing like that. It was definitely that silly brat.
With all due respect, I mean, you're 2 years apart. Like, calling him a brat, like... I'm sorry, I skipped dialogue. What are you talking about? Trucy! Wait, but Trucy...
You had the most to lose if the chart was found. But I didn't have a pistol now, did I? Well, you could have taken walkies. You think he'd have mentioned that? No? All I've heard him say is it was me, I shot him. Objection! That's not enough to go off of. That's only because he's trying to protect you, you numbskull!
Apollo. Hair, forehead. Numbskull. She may be a guilty person, but... Insults. Sorry to intrude in this lovely conversation. But the two of you are forgetting one critical point.
What point?
Certainly the Fraulein wanted that chart. She assumed she threatened the doctor into opening the safe, but then, wouldn't she have taken the chart?
Oh.
You see, that chart wouldn't have been left in that safe.
He's right.
Why didn't we think of that? Ms Tiala,
Yes?
it's clear to this court that you are not a very good fiance. Now, I'm not a marriage counselor, but, and we all got issues.
I'm so flattered.
Perhaps it's time you told us the truth. Tell us about yourself, including your actions and whereabouts on that day in specific.
Don't forget, you've proven that you were at the Maractus clinic on the day of the crime.
Fine. Why do we even say that? We could have caught her another lie. She ain't a pro with this. Then again, we're this late into the game. She's got to be on her toes.
I went to the clinic that day to speak to the doctor. I wanted that chart, but I failed to get it, so I went back to the clinic later. In any case, I didn't shoot him. You don't even have proof I stole the pistol, do you? And that brat was spotted in the park at the moment of the crime. Frankly, I don't think it matters if Dr. Maractus was shot in the temple or not.
Okay, two things were kind of odd there.
Huh.
Now, you said you went back later.
That chart was dangerous, you understand? I needed to get rid of it. That's why I went that day.
But you couldn't get the chart then, could you?
And later that night, Dr. Maractus was shot. I heard about the shooting, waited a day, but then I had to go back. No easy feat with the cops all over.
That was you. Okay, it was her with the gun. All right, it's spelled out, that sound. So she admits it. Okay. Wait, why did I think it was like a third party again? Oh. I break in. Go through the window. God. You were the burglar!
That was you two.
If only I had one more minute. Then I could have opened that safe and gotten the chart.
Now, what? That is trespassing, and that's brazen trespassing. Oh my God.
Is this a trial for trespassing now? Besides, you can't blame a girl for wanting to protect herself. They are gangsters, you know. Evil, evil men. And a woman, I guess.
In any case, Mr. Justice, you go. Use Thunderbolt. You're your Pokemon now.
Admitting the little crime to avoid the big one. Sure, makes sense, but it's not gonna fool me. I can't stick this. Somehow, someway. What was item number 3? I didn't shoot him. You don't have any proof I stole the pistol. Well, we do have proof that it wasn't Walkie. That's true. I guess we don't have evidence. It's not like we investigated the mansion. We had no time. And there's probably no way to do that. But you could have stolen it.
Could have.
Is this some new definition of proof? I'll ask Walkie. He'll tell us. I don't think he will. Might I remind you, this is a cross-examination. You might want to keep your baseless theories to yourself. Jeez. That had some bite, Clavier. He's right, isn't he? Dang it. For some reason, Clavier sounds French. No, it sounds Spanish. Javier? I don't know. Frankly, I don't think it matters Dr. Marcus was shot in the temple or not. Wait, how did she know that? How did she know that? Did she... Like, really? The doctor was shot in the right temple? Yeah? It seems. Let's review the facts again, shall we? Why are we doing this? The killer was shot from this location. The bullet would have stuck our victim square in the forehead. However, the entry wound was in the right temple. Yeah.
We heard the testimony of that yesterday.
But, okay, I know we don't have it up yet. Oh, I can't use a cursor in this point, but remember the footprint that was found, you know, near this part of the goddamn stand. If Tiala was standing here, she'd have no clear shot at the right temple. That's weird. How do we explain that? That's a new mystery. Okay. We'll focus on it later when it comes up.
At the time of the shooting, the witness was standing right here. You know, just where the gun was fired, he shouted. Victim turned his head. Okay? You know, when you shoot ahead, you get killed. I think we all know that.
But that testimony was proven to be a lie. Oh, right. Our egregious panty snatcher. Wait, I just think I figured it out. Standing at the north, next to a trash can. If Mr. Stickler shouted from that location, the bullet couldn't hit the right temple. Silly attorney. What? Sorry, I was a little. I was a little charged. I'm gonna calm down. Do you remember what you had for breakfast that morning? Egg whites, fruit, bagel. Do you remember, Trucy? I always have a glass of milk for breakfast.
That's it? Oh, you poor child.
What matters is one thing. The doctor was shot in his right temple. If that's the case, there can only be one explanation. The panties guy was mistaken.
What? Excuse me? But his location was proven. You can't write that off as him being mistaken. We have proof he was there. That is proof. God, his fist is gigantic. Oh, no, it's an optical illusion. He's got a really, really tiny short. I can't unsee that. God dang it. Then why don't you show us, hair forehead? Show you what? Must I explain everything? Very well, let's recap. Flashback City, baby. If the witness panty guy was standing to the north, then where was the shooter standing? From what location did the killer shoot the victim? But wait, if the witness was standing right there, how could anyone shoot the victim in the right temple? I merely laid out the facts for us. Don't shoot the messenger, Judge. It's up to the one possessing the shiny forehead to show us. Okay, I have a theory. If you can, that is. Waki Kitaku is standing at the killer mark, Wesley Stickler at the witness mark, and of course Palmaractus was at the victim mark. So, see what the defense gotta say. 1 second, sir, I need to investigate something. This is my theory. No, there's no sign of a... Well, wait a minute. If we can explain why Maractus had this cart... Dude, I think I did figure it out. Okay, so when you're operating this cart, obviously you have to stand here, right? So if we're at this angle, she's got a perfect assumption to make a shot. But this is under... Oh, no, there's... Okay, I was thinking like maybe there's an opening here or like some kind of intrusion. Like a bullet hole. But no, that's solid mahogany. Because this is like, you know, it looks like it's open. It's only being blocked by a tarp. But the tarp doesn't have a shot in it. That's right. Dang, there goes that theory. Sorry, I'll get back to it. See what the defense got to say. Where was the killer standing when they shot him? Killer standing where they shot the victim. The killer... So I'm... We can't explain the lack of bullet hole in the card itself, but we're looking at this completely wrong because there was a fourth party. Can you believe it? As the facts stand now, we can't explain this crime without contradicting ourselves at some point. But I know why. The real killer shot from an entirely different location. What are you talking about? I don't see any other place. Only 4 multicolored circles. What are we gonna do? Is a yellow one? Yellow? It's spring. Dude, wait, spring goes good with yellow. All right. Apparently Mr. Justice doesn't care about fashion faux pas. Let's hear him out. Where in the park did the killer shoot the victim from? Oh, crap. It's time to raise the roof. And the stakes. Why? Because I said so. Penalties are such frightening things, don't you think? What if they were a bit more terrifying? You little idiot. I hate your guts. Quadruple! No, double penalty! Yeah, baby! Double penalty? Why? Hair Forehead wishes to take us in a new direction. Then he must be ready for the challenges that await. That makes no effing sense, but challenge accepted. It's justice time. Are you sure, Apollo? The key in the witness, Mr. Stickler's testimony. We believe that. We know where he stood. And the victim turned when shouted. Here's... Wait a minute. Oh my God. She's in the cart! No way! Oh God. Think about it. Okay. Yeah, what? When did she get in? That's crazy. Oh my God. If she's in the cart, that explains the lack of protrusion. But that's nuts, bro. I think we got it. Oh my God. Ace. You know, oh, they took the noodle stand. It's gonna be the sit. No, this case rocks, baby. I believe we all owe a debt
of gratitude to Miss Alita Tiala.
What do you mean?
Thanks to you, we had a chance to review the crime. And this time, we were prepared. We know that Wesley Stickler was telling the truth. We should have listened to him from the beginning.
Well, not really, because he lied about his position.
Wesley Stickler was standing next to the trash can when he saw two men. He shouted, just as he told us in his testimony, which is true, and the victim turned to his direction. A shot was fired, the victim hit in the right temple. How did I not think of this until now? I guess the misdirection angle.
Oh no!
Oh yes. Which direction was his right temple facing at the moment? That's right, toward the noodle stand. She doesn't have to shoot through the curtain. She can just lift it up and fire. Dude, it's over. We got her.
Wait a minute. So, hold up. Let me get this straight. Pause. Okay, now I'm good. So you're saying the killer was inside the noodle stand?
I can get proof. I can. We need to look inside the stand.
It's the Autobahn all over again. No, what was it called? No, Autobahn's the German word for it. God dang it. You know the thing from Ace Attorney, Great Ace Attorney. Whatever.
Let's think about this a bit more, shall we? You say the killer was inside the noodle stand, which would mean the victim, Dr. Maractus, came to the park, wheeling his own murderer in the cart behind him?
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
I think you'd notice if you were pulling someone along. What if he forced him to? Like at gunpoint. But then if it was at gunpoint, no, because she killed him and got the paper, they'd find out that she did it. She had to make it look like it was Walkie, so she'd get off scot-free. That's the missing element. There's something we should worry about before that. Why was he pulling the stand in the first place? Let's deal with our problems one at a time, shall we? I just said that! Someone was hiding in the stand? You've not come this far to talk about possibilities. Let's talk about proof, baby. Show us evidence that proves someone was in that stand. Can I prove that? You want the evidence?
Well, let me think about it. Was there something under the stand, maybe? No, I don't think so. There was someone beside it.
That was her leaving! Right! They probably got in the stand at some other location, but she had to get out at some point because the police were going to investigate the stand. My God. And if Stickler actually stayed put like he said he did, he would have noticed a little lady making an escape. There is evidence. We got it, buddy. I've got it right here.
God, I love Ace Attorney. All right, let's see what you got. Show us some proof. Oh, no more double penalty. Thank God. Woo.
Footprints, sir, from the Maractus Clinic, and they're covered in paint. These slippers were found in a trash can near the crime scene. And a single slipper print was found at the scene, right next to the noodle stand. So, oh, and Ms Tiala, your toe print was found on these slippers. Don't try and hide it. In other words, this is proof you were inside the noodle stand! Oh, try me, Clavier. Bring it on, I'm on fire! There was only one slipper mark found at the scene, though. Can this really be called a footprint in good faith? Oh yeah, it can. Observe the diagram, buddy. A parkway path runs right next to the slipper mark. A slipper wouldn't leave a trace on a cobblestone path, would it? Yet you still can't say this is a footprint, yeah? What? Why not? Well, it's a slipper print, silly. You have an impression left by a single slipper. What if it was on the stand and simply fell to the ground? Whatever! No, we have proof.
Wait, that's just dumb. You're dumb, Clef. Oh, and one more thing. A noodle stand is typically cluttered with tools and the noodle-making trade. There's no room for a person to hide in there. Oh, but there is. Let's not forget the clinic and all the bowls on the ground. Well, you got a point. Could someone have hidden in the stand? You know, you gotta...
Apollo, I think I might be onto something. I think I figured out one of our pieces of evidence. In order to make room in the stand, some things had to, been thrown out.
Justice? Yeah, proof that someone could have hidden in the stand.
I can prove one thing. Someone did scheme to clear that place in that stand.
Because, does this say it? Custom-made bowl, decorated Eldunes.
I mean, we know those were all in the clinic. Does that absolutely point to her, though? Yes, it does, because there's no mistaking that those are Eldune's noodle bowls because of the adorable man with the big mustache who's mistaken for a crying child because you all that up noodles. Yeah! This is a noodle bowl from the stolen Eldune Noodles noodle stand.
If someone says noodle one more time, I'm gonna lose it. Okay, so what?
We discovered a large quantity of these exact bowls yesterday. I got her. This isn't blood on the lamp. It's paint from the noodle bowls. We got her. It's over.
A large quantity of noodle bowls in the victim's clinic. That is really odd. I gotta, not throw a baby out with the bathwater, but that is stupid beyond belief.
Mr. Eldune's very clear about these bowls, you see.
Well, I don't care who did it. Without that stand, I'm finished. All my noodle bowls are in there too, and now they're gone. I'm out of a job.
And I mean, seriously, he was a surgeon. How's that happen? Yet the bowls were removed. That night, there was space inside that noodle stand. Space created at the Maractus Clinic, no less. Right around the time you were there, Alita!
Stop! All this logic and reasoning, I can't handle it. I won't listen to any more of these wild fantasies. No. Give me a second. Oh my god. Not fantasies. There are worse lies than that spoiled brat's pickup lines. 10 inches? That's not even humanly possible.
I'd like to remind the witness of her current status. This court does not consider you entirely innocent.
Showing innocent. I'll show you a fairy tale.
The what? Did y'all even read that right? Give me a second. I did. You're hysteric. All right. In any case, the defense has somehow made its point when it's had both a motive and an opportunity to kill Dr. Maractus.
More fairy tales. This whole trial is a fairy tale.
Shut up. Give me $400. All right, then please pull us back down to reality. I'm giving you one last chance to explain yourself, and don't lie. That's all you're doing here.
This is it. Why was Dr. Maractus pulling the stand? And what was Alita Tiala doing inside it? Time to get the bottom of this case. All right, but we already got her figured out on that, the lamp angle.
That night, I went to ask Dr. Maractus for the chart. Because, seriously, we could just burn it. Why did he even keep it? I don't know. I had no intention of ever letting that chart fall into the Kitaki family hands. But Dr. Maractus didn't understand. For some reason, he thought the Kitakis had sent me. So I gave up and went home. All I did was talk to him.
All you did was talk to him? That's all you did? That's all you did? I find that hard to believe. You fired a shot and you shot through the lamp, you psycho freak. You knew about the botched operation, so you tried to get rid of the chart to save yourself. I will make excuses. And I did warn the good doctor. I gave him a chance. I told him that brat got his health checkup report, and that he was coming to settle the score.
Okay. Maybe that wasn't a total lie. Well, do your thing.
Okay. This is the last testimony. Oh, really, man? This is getting good. Either I perceive... Wait. What? He said perceive the truth. I'm getting a little trigger happy with his A button. Son of a gun. I went to ask him about the chart. No intention of ever letting the chart fall in the Kitaki family hands. Makes sense. Where's a ring in this picture? For some reason, they thought the Kitakis had sent me. I gave him, went home. Wait, which thing am I supposed to perceive on? I don't understand. Should I not be looking for the ring? The ring is... Oh, it's on her left hand. Right, okay. Dang it, what do I do then? I had no intention of ever letting the chart fall into the Kitaki family hands. But Maractus didn't understand. That seems pretty cut and dry, though. Let's just do what we usually do. He didn't understand? Were you speaking Espanol?
He wouldn't listen to a word I was saying. The moment he saw me, he started to tremble.
Maybe because you had one of these? I don't know.
I thought, what a sad excuse for a man.
Please don't smile like that anymore. You're just creepy.
He was practically delusional.
For some reason, he thought the Kitakis had sent me. Was it because you actively held a firearm to his face? Is that what we're dealing with here? They sent you? How do you even know you were involved with them? I mean, you could even say they were in bed together. Hopefully not. He thought the Kitakis had sent me to get the chart. Okay, that explains that. Makes some sense. You are their son's fiancé.
Don't make me laugh. The Kitakis send me. They don't play that way.
They'd known about that chart. They would have gone in there guns blazing.
But I couldn't convince the trembling doctor otherwise.
Okay. Gave up and went home. I did talk to him. Okay, let's try here. There might be a lie. If that was really all that happened, what were all those noodle bowls doing there? How should I know? I don't eat that crap. There weren't any bowls when I went. I know that much. Why don't you let me be? Go look for the killer someplace else, all right? Do I detect uncertainty there? This is my last chance.
Apollo, any word from your bracelet?
Yeah, actually. I felt it respond on that last statement. Couldn't see a thing, though. It's up to you, Apollo. Oh, right. Okay, I misunderstood the mechanic. We can actually perceive all these statements, but only one is super fishy. So it should be this one. Go, magic bracelet! Insert into cornea! I gave up and went home. Her eyes are okay. Not moving her ear any. The ring. I can't see the ring here. What was that? She's moving. She's messing with her scarf. What's going on with that? I did. All I did was talk to him. That's the lie. That is so subtle. I did not see that. All I did was talk and lie. What? Show me proof. I'm pretty sure about this one. I think I'm getting the hang of this. A little slip in confidence, and that gave it all away. The proof is you, Ms Tiala. All I did was talk to him, you claim? Yet, you can't hide your own nervous twitch when you say those words. My twitch? Pfft, what are you talking about? You have a habit of scratching the area of your neck around the edge of your scarf. Is there something under that scarf she doesn't want us to see? Just like with the little Russian girl? Like, don't stare at me, you creep. This is working better than I hoped. Her unconscious actions tell the real truth that she won't say. Habits and lies. 2 dots. Connect the dots and find the truth.
Don't look at me like that. I told you the truth.
Seems that when you recall what really happened in that office, you can't keep your hands off your neck. Wonder why that is. It seems that nervous habit are unconscious reactions that manifest when someone is trying to hide something. You can't hide behind your scarf, Ms Tiala. Something happened between you and the victim in the Maractus clinic. And I've got the proof that shows exactly what happened. How does this relate? Oh my god, he smacked her with a lamp? I mean, it's possible. Maybe she did that to him? I don't know, but the lamp, that's our last item. There's some connection there. Bulb broken, red stain on the cord. It's worth a shot.
What? What's that? I've never seen. What is this strange device? I've never seen in my life.
You're touching your scarf again, you know. There's something unusual about this lamp. The bulb's broken. There's a red splotch on the cord. Seeing how you hide your neck, I think I came up with a plausible explanation for this lamp's state.
Well, spill it. This hanging in circles is nonsense. It's killing me.
Okay. The answer is very simple, Ms Tiala. Remove your scarf.
Judge, he just asked me to strip. No, I did not.
I feel like she'd try to play that card. I don't know. Let's just see it. If there's some kind of cut or mark. Oh my god. Have you no shame, hair forehead? This is a trial to determine what happened in the park. Yet we seem to have drifted off target. No, this is locked on. We'll find out soon enough if we're drifting. As soon as the witness removes her scarf. What's she so hesitant to do? Come on, just show us the scarf! Show us the scarf, dude!
I won't do it. This is violating and insane. I'm an unrelated third party.
You can't order me to remove my clothing.
I can. I'm a judge. And been the first time I'm gonna shut up. I'm afraid you've forgotten what's already been proven. You're connected in some way. You're hardly unrelated, miss. Remove your scarf. I'm gonna throw my hammer at you.
I knew it. I was right, wasn't I, Ms Tiala?